Welcome my lovely audience. It is the hottest Marshall Friday in East and Central Africa, where we bring down all big topics for you and we break down them for you. So here at King's TV, we are at Facebook and King's Fraternity at YouTube. Welcome, join us and subscribe, like, share, and today we have the best qualified analyst with us. Now I'm going to give my guest the chance to introduce herself. And we tackle the topic today will be the business and the economy of Kenya. Okay, so you a chance to take the opportunity and introduce yourself.
Thank you. Viewers, I'm very happy to be here to talk about the Kenyan economy and business at large.
Yes.
My name is Susan Wangi, Principal at Technical College. Yeah.
So, okay, today we are talking about business and the economy of Kenya, how we see the economy going and how the youths are getting self-employed to themselves. So, what is your understanding of business? What can you say business is?
Business, we usually say it is an engagement that someone gets into for the purpose of making some money. Yeah, so anything that you get, your hands get to touch and can give you some money, then you're in business.
So everything is business because
it's all about exchange of goods and services for money.
Okay.
Yes.
So okay, I want to tackle this issue that is handling in the Kenya today. So we find the fuel prices have a hiking of prices. Let's say from 100 and something to, let's say, going to 160, 100 and up. So how comes fuel affects the whole economy?
Everything is measured around fuel because our businesses, mostly in the manufacturing sector, use fuel for the purposes of production processes. And therefore, when we look at fuel, we look at it as a driving force for the economy in terms of the manufacturing sector, production processes, everything uses that. So that increases the cost of production. And when the cost of production goes up, then all the prices of goods and services definitely go up. So
like the way we find the fuel, like this Friday, let's say this Friday, they say that fuel will have the reading of the bill, that the fuel will go down to prices. Do you think that the prices of products will go to a bit low?
Definitely. If the price of fuel goes down, then definitely all other prices of goods will go down. And I've said most of the manufacturing sector and the production firms use fuel as what they use in production processes. So that is a cost that they incur, and any extra cost that is incurred in the manufacturing sector, it is passed on to the consumer. Yes. So if the prices of fuel goes down, then it is a replica of the prices of goods and services also going down. Yes. So that is what we translate to.
Okay, as a business person, we get these people, like the president introduced, let's say, the subsidy. Did the subsidy come to bring good, or did it make us become more slaves? Like people become more into slaves of debts. Did the subsidy save us anything?
A subsidy is a short-term relief when the government imposes it. So when it is there, it does not necessarily mean that the prices of goods will remain down throughout. Because it's only supposed to be a short-term, what do I call it? Just a short-term relief for the prices at that particular time, awaiting for the government now to look for a long-term relief. So it was a good thing at that particular time to use the subsidy to reduce the prices of fuel, but what the government needed to do is to look for a long-term solution so that the prices will be able to reduce using the prevailing international markets that we have.
Yes. Yeah. So for Kenya to give such a subsidy, we had to take loans. Did the president, the new president said there are cartels who are hiding in those subsidies, and people who are consuming, let's say, over 100 millions in a day, just in case of the 20 bobs in every subsidy of the fuel. So like when you try to look at it, did the subsidy put us in debt, more in debt, that even the president, the new president, came and eliminated it? Like, did it make us more of slaves? Like, you find, let's say a country become, let's say when Mwai Kibaki was the president, let's say we had a debt of what, 2 to 3 trillion. Then the Uhuru Kenyatta, we have almost 9 trillion as debt. Then the new president, the deputy of Uhuru now, who is the new president, that is Samuel Ruto. So he eliminated the subsidy due to, he saw like it's making us more slavery. Was that the point?
Now, if the country is not in a position to give subsidy from its own fruit, that is the money that is currently available, then it will not make any sense to go and borrow money from any borrowing institution, any institution that can allow us to borrow, and then so that we can be able to give a subsidy. That one doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you're increasing the debt. And when you increase the debt of the country, then definitely it means that we'll have to pay that debt, and we're not paying it as the subsidy, we are going to pay it as loan. Yes. That increases the cost of managing loans or managing the debts in the country.
Yes.
So it doesn't make any sense to borrow a loan. It's like borrowing a loan to pay another loan. You know, in the real sense, you're only putting yourself in more debts because you clear that debt and you have created another one.
Yes.
You see? So the best thing that a good government can do, instead of giving a subsidy where you're borrowing money, then avoid that particular subsidy, look for other ways of getting money so that you can be able to give the subsidy.
Oh, so your mathematics is like for the current president, because the current president eliminated it.
Of course, he's seeing far.
Yeah.
He's looking for the sustainability of the economy.
Yes.
In such a way that once we are able to reduce fuel using our, we have what we call economic balancing, yes, whereby the demand and the supply itself will automatically allow the changing of the prices without necessarily having to look for money to come and yes, reduce the prices. So when you allow the economy of the country to stabilize at particular prices, yes, then you're moving somewhere. Like for example, the president talking to those people who are supplying us with crude oil, yes, so that the prices at the international markets can come down. You see, once the prices of the international markets come down, what does that mean? The prices will go down automatically without necessarily having the country to fight for the decrease of the price. Yes. So it is the international markets that will automatically bring about the reducing of the price. So we will not be incurring cost to reduce the prices. The fuel prices will be following the international markets, which of course that is what we usually look at. Yes. We have what we call the barrels, whereby the price of a barrel is equated to the price that we are offering in our Kenyan market. So if the international prices at the barrel is coming down, then automatically the Kenyan fuel price will come down. The economy will start stabilizing because prices will start going down automatically, bringing about an increase in the growth of the economy.
So you mean without fuel there is no economy?
Okay, it is unfortunate that as a country we peg our economy on fuel, because the economy of a country is not driven by fuel. We should be lamenting about the cost of electricity. Yes. Because I think most of other companies are using electricity to do their manufacturing. Yes. Companies like KTDA, they don't even use fuel, they don't use electricity, they use firewood. So it's only that as a country we somehow peg our growth or the way our economy is growing on a particular area where we are seeing like the government is not able to intervene to stabilize the prices. Yes. But that should not be the case. We have a whole lot of other things that we can look at to ensure that our country is able to move ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, we are seeing like the war in Russia, that is Russia, there is Ukraine. So the war in Russia continent, we find the war is coming, like it's coming to a settle. Like the war is not as violent as it started. It's coming to a settle down. So let's say they settle down, and with the ever price, like the unga go back to the 120 shillings. Right now it's at 200 and let's say 10. With it go back to the 120 price.
It is very possible. I remember there is a time the prices of maize flour and sugar had skyrocketed to almost the same price, sometimes back.
Yes.
And after some time, the prices went back to 70, 80. So it is very possible. As long as it is a combined effort for all the players in the economic world, then it is very possible for the price to go down. By the way, if the fuel prices come down, because that is what we are telling on the implementing the prices of goods and services, you'll be shocked to find that the price of unga is back to 100 or 90, even as early as before the end of this month.
Yes.
Yeah. So you will wonder what magic has brought about the immediate drop in the prices of those goods. Bearing in mind, some companies have already done their manufacturing, and whatever stock that is kept is awaiting to be released to the market. But if the price goes down today and tomorrow the price of unga is seen to be 100, it will only take about 3-4 days and the prices will stabilize back to where it was before.
So I'm trying to look at it when I follow it up to the political side, because in business you have to look at the political side for it to bring to the economical side. So I'm trying to look at, let's say, the Vladimir Putin said that you guys should never put your mind that things will never be normal again. That's what he said. Things will never be normal again, because he's the main producer of fuels. So when he said things will never be normal again, he meant that the fuel prices will never go back to the prices per gallons as they were being sold. So do you think the 90 price will go back? Because I don't think so. Really, but
for the maize flour?
Yeah.
For the maize flour, it's very possible. I remember there was also a time, some time back, the price of fuel had skyrocketed to around 127. By then, it was very high.
Yes.
And after some time again, after a period of, I think almost 6 or so months, the prices started coming down until we were buying fuel at 97. Yes, I would fuel my car with 97.
Yes.
So it is very possible to bring prices down, as long as the government has made that commitment to make sure that the prices come down.
Okay, so our last question before we go for our commercial break is, okay, there are these business people who hold goods, they keep them, and let's say they can say they hide goods, they wait for the prices to hike, then they come and sell it to you. So how does it come into business, and is it legal for business to be done that way?
Of course, that is very illegal. We call it holding of goods,
yes,
in expectation of increase in prices of goods and services.
Yes.
But you see, the economy of today, you cannot be able to predict. Like for example, the prices of fuel, they cannot, if they try to hold the price, maybe the fuel, so that they are waiting for announcement today that the price of fuel has gone up, they may be shocked to find the price again being reviewed downwards.
Yes.
So for the government to make sure that there is no holding of goods, or of goods awaiting maybe an increment in the prices of goods, then what you should do is to ensure that business people cannot be able to predict when the prices will go up and when the prices will go down. Yes. Now, before the system of leading the budget came into alignment, such that people are not very sure what exactly is happening in the economy. Those days during our time when we were young kids, I remember it used to happen, because there was always an expectation of increase in price after every reading of the budget. That was during the Moi era, you see. So the business people are very sure every time the budget is being read, there has to be increment of the prices of goods and services. So what will they do? You go to the shops, there is no sugar, there is no unga, there is literally nothing, because they are waiting for the budget to be read and the prices to go up. So when that happened, after that era was done and we came into another era of multi-party, whereby we had President Moi Kibaki, that disappeared because it was always eminent. Every time we are reading a budget, instead of the prices of basic commodities going up, they always go down. So no one wants to make losses, so no one will hide those goods. That is what exactly is supposed to happen.
Yes.
The government should be in such a position, in such a way that people cannot read their mind. There are goods that can go up, still basic commodities that can go down. So no one can be able to predict the state of how the government is going to read its budget. So that one helps to avoid in holding of those goods. So the flow continues. You saw even when we had a problem with the fuel in Kenya, and there was literally no fuel. You see, I saw it not on the political side. I mean, I saw it on a political perspective, such that there were people who wanted to create, that is what people are saying, they wanted to create a crisis, such that the prices of goods will, the prices of fuel will definitely go up. And that is exactly what they did. So it was not that there was no fuel, they created a crisis because they wanted, in themselves, they wanted to increase the price. That was the whole reason why it was happening. Otherwise, if that was not the case, then why did the price of fuel immediately go up to a point whereby every Kenyan was, it's like they wanted to see if we create a crisis and the prices and the fuel is being sold at 200, can Kenyans still be in a position to afford it? Yes. And it's like, yeah, as long as it is available, we can buy it. You see, people are queuing with what? With jerrycans to go and purchase. I personally one time I queued to buy that fuel, and I didn't even want to know how much it is costing. Immediately after that, when they realized that Kenyans have money, they can be able to purchase the fuel prices, the fuel at any price. What happened? The price skyrocketed. You see?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is some of the reasons that we need to look at.
Yeah, we are going to go for a short commercial break. We'll be back. I see you on fire, you're in wisdom. Wisdom is there. So to my lovely audience there outside, people who are joining us right now, it's at Kings TV on Facebook and at Kiss Fraternity on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to read your comments after this commercial break. Then see you later. Thank you. Okay, welcome back our lovely audience. It's from our break. Those people joining us right now, it's at Kings TV on Facebook and at Kings Fraternity on YouTube. Go there, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, click on the ring bell and follow us more. Okay, so we are talking about the business and the economy of Kenya. So what we are learning is about the current trends and how everything is going and how everything is being affected by the fuel. So we go back to our person who is the best qualified analyst with us. So we can say, like we were talking about the fuel prices, and my question as my part. Okay, in Kenya, let's see, should the government now, like the way government has seen, we depend more on those countries. Should this government of Kenya start thinking of how we can depend on ourselves? Like the Ngamia 1, the Ngamia 2, and the one they produce fuel. Should the government focus more on investing on the products, like the produce they give on themselves, so as to limit the change in prices due to some other countries because of a fight? Should the government focus on that?
I think it's unfortunate that the country we are in, we no longer have a government in operation. We have individuals. And the individuals come with their own personal interest, and therefore every time there is an opportunity for us to move the economy to the next level, the money that is generated gets into the pockets of individuals. There's a time in Turkana we were trying to get some oil, and for real, the oil was there and it was being exported to other countries.
Yes.
But fortunately, I may not be able to tell what exactly happened because I think it is stopped.
Yes.
And someone asked a question. We ourselves are importing crude oil from other countries very extensively. Yet, when we drill our own oil, instead of using it as to reduce our import of oil from other countries, we are exporting it to other countries. So what is the logic there? So it means it is an individual who is drilling, then exporting it so that they can put money in their pockets.
Yes.
So in reality, what we are saying is that this country, not unless we change our mentality on how we view the country, not as an individual business, but a country's business, that's when we can be able to change the whole economy of the country.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, even if, like now, for example, I hear that who are even able to get gold. You see, why can't we do that gold in large scale and export it so that it can generate money for our country?
Yes.
And then we are able to be self-reliant. Instead of borrowing money from banks to sustain our economy, we have our own money that we can use even to pay for our debts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are now going to face the government, and we, like you as a business person and you as a tutor of business, do you support the step that the government has taken to bring the, like say, GMO food, the genetically modified food in Kenya? Is it healthy as a business person? Because we try to look at it, sorry, we try to look at it as personal interest. Jesus. Okay, so I'm trying to say, as a business person, is this food being produced as GMOs? So, as your view, is it going to benefit somebody or is it going to benefit a country? Because is it healthy even?
I will laugh because GMO has been there since time immemorial. And for your information, every type of food we are consuming today is GMO. There's, including the medicine we are taking. We don't take medicine that is we can say it is genetically certified to be healthy for human consumption. There is nothing like that. Every food that we are growing on our shamba today, it is the GMO type of food. It's only that it has not been given the name. And the people like our president, I'm happy he understands it and he knows the reality. That is what has been going on the ground. It is only that he's now saying, even when it comes to importing these GMO things from out of the country, they have been coming. So let us not hide behind it has not been happening. It has been happening. That is the reality. You go to buy medicine and you are told there are two types of medicine. There is this and there is this. They call them generics, what. So what is that? Why are they already in our market today? And by the way, doing whatever he's doing, he's only simply saying those who have been doing it to, for their own personal gain, let there be competition. When you bring the aspect of competition, you bring down the prices. That is exactly what he's doing. He's only saying those few who have been doing it, let them not benefit and only, because he has been in the government, so he knows there are those who have been doing it. So he's saying, let's not only have those doing it, let's have everyone doing it. If you make the economy competitive, then what happens? Competition brings about reduction of prices of goods.
Okay.
Yeah. Very boring.
So I'm trying to look at this. Business people have taken a step, let's say, in the field of oils, these cooking oils. We have been consuming oils. Then the Kenya Bureau of Standards has come on board and has said, don't consume this oil, this oil, this oil, and this oil has not reached the requirements. These people in business of those oils have been gaining money, yet the oil they sell to the consumers has not reached the standards. Like, is it that it has been the negation of the KEBS in the government not checking for its Kenyans, because it's something that has been on market for long, but they have noticed it when it's late. But they come now on board and tell people who have bought, let's say, like 20 liters, they have 20 liters in the house, but that the oil that you are consuming is not qualified, like it's not quantified to be consumed. Do you think it's about personal or it's about the Kenya government taking care of the citizens? Let me ask you,
have they ever come to the limelight of saying that after people have consumed this type of an oil, someone was sick? Have you heard of something like that?
that question I cannot be pose it to my viewers because for now I stand at a neutral level. But my view.
Have you had? You know, there is what we call the what we call it. There is that no, that in the air. Whatever is in the air, and everybody is talking about it.
Yes.
The way they have been talking about the reduction of the price of, I mean the increase in the price of fuel,
yes.
the international, I mean the Russia war and all that. But we are not very sure because we have not been to Russia, so we don't know why there is war between Russia and Ukraine, etc., etc.
Yes.
So I was looking at myself. I was looking at it in a political view.
Yes.
You see, this is a country, and because of so many things, so many of the businesses started on mushrooming are from, you know, people who are tycoons. They already have money, so they are able to get machines to bring about, you know, the production of such commodities. So for me, I would say somewhere, the people who are running those companies, maybe the oil companies, it's not that they are producing substandard commodity.
Yes.
It is a matter of politics. It is so and so managing this, it is so and so who is having this, and therefore they are being fought politically because they were not supporting a particular political side. That is how I would look at it. Otherwise, I think the oil we have been consuming it even bears that mark of the KEBS.
Yes.
And there is no supermarket that will agree to sell a commodity they know very well KEBS have not been able to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, so me, I would look at it. And by the way, those commodities are still in the market. There's nothing that was withdrawn.
Yes.
So it was just somebody who was playing politics to kill someone's business politically.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going now to the field of the youths. So the youths in Kenya has started, let's say, this type of lessons. They go and they learn about forex. That's the cryptocurrency. Do you think it will come to urbanize and bring a lot of employment to the youth? Will it have a good positive area to the area of youth?
Okay, I'm not very good in the field of the online businesses.
Yes.
And the cryptocurrency. Of course, today's country is moving on the area of internet business. Most people are marketing online. Most people are buying goods online. If you want to find a unique product, you find it online. So, because of the use of the mobile phones, you see, and youth mostly they're very innovative, and they're always trying to invent something new that is happening. If it is a good way of them getting employment, I wouldn't have a problem with it. The only problem I would have with something like that is if it is someone does not understand it very well. Because I understand about the cryptocurrency, it's all about online, online business, whereby you invest so that you get money. But before someone invests in it, they should know that there is a lot of risk in it. You can lose a lot of millions. People who are committing suicide today is because of disappointment. You invest maybe in it's just like people invest in the stock exchange market. You buy shares and then you wait for maybe the price of share to go up, and when it goes up, that is when you want to do what? You want to sell so that you can be able to get more money, you see? Yes. Or you wait for the stock, when the price of the share to go down. So when it goes down, that is when you buy more shares so that you wait now again to sell. So it is just an online, it's a win-lose situation. Yes. Whereby one is not very sure in doing it. So it shouldn't be something that someone should invest in fully. It should be a side hustle. That's how we look at it. So youth should not give an excuse of not investing in something else because they are on the crypto business.
Yes. Okay. So I will start with this, this question to you. I'll say, let's say it's a youth viewing you out there, and they have a business. I want you to give them maybe managerial skills that they may use for them to run a business, ways how their business can continue accumulating profits without different issues. I want you to give them the ways and let's say the things to look at when you are running a business for you to be successful. It's like an advice you are telling youths out there. Like for you to have a successful business, you must do this, you must do this. Yeah, something like that. The people watching you.
Okay. I would want to talk to the youths because I usually say there is no safer ground in investment. It's all about getting a unique idea that is different from what others are offering, so that that particular unique idea, coming up with a unique product, will give you an upper hand to be more competitive in the market, and therefore you become a key player who has a bigger market share in the market. That means for the youths, when they engage in business, what they need to do is to do a bit of some research to come up with if you're selling a product that is similar to your, maybe to your other people, you just make sure you make it a little bit more unique and different from what others are doing. The aspect of the cryptocurrency, it's not that it is something new. It is someone who watched the stock exchange market and how it has been performing, and came up with a similar idea but very unique. And that is why it has been embraced by so many people. And now being an online business, now again, people don't, sometimes people don't want to use a lot of resources in buying machineries, investing in this, getting a building. You only need your phone or a laptop or even a computer. So what I would tell the youth is investing in a business is the best thing to do. But make sure that whatever business you're engaging in is as unique as possible, so that you're able to offer a unique product that is going to sell in the market and give you a higher profit.
Okay, so we have come to a conclusion of the episode. This about business and the economy of Kenya. So I need you to give your viewers, your people, like a place they can find you, where they can find you. Tell us more about Petans, what you do in Petans. Yeah, tell your people about Petans.
Okay, Petans Technical College is a training institution. We are training hands-on technical courses that are able to give better opportunities in the market today. We are found at Petans Plaza. This is Petans Studio with our mass communication students live on Kings TV. And I want to believe that everyone who is watching, they need to engage themselves in something that is productive, so that we can be able to build this economy together. Yeah.
Where can they call you? Like your number of calling you if they want to join?
Or if you want to join, you can call us on 0706 212101.
Okay.
0706 2101.
Okay, thank you. Do you have social media handles? Do you have the social media handles where they can find you? Let's say
yeah, they can go to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, we are there. You can be able to get all the information. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I was your host, Moya Dominic. We are coming to our final. Here it's at Kings TV on Facebook and at Kings Fraternity on YouTube. Have a lovely Friday. Thank you.